Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Cinnamon Stitches. I am your yarn host Jennifer and I am recording this last Sunday. So if there has been new things that have been happening in the world, I'm a week behind because I have the entire week's worth of videos already uploaded except for Friday. So, you know, if you watch Monday's video, which was 5 minutes ago to me, but it was 5 days ago to you, I pre-recorded a whole bunch of videos. I worked my butt off because I had so much energy and I don't know, time apparently to do such things. Now, if I repeat anything that I've already repeated, you've already heard, I'm sorry, is because these videos are being recorded out of order and sometimes they were recorded like several days ago. So with that, we have had a very exciting week and we are wrapping it up with Yarn Porn Friday, because we've had 4 days filled with just yarn and more yarn. Yarn, yarn, and more yarn. Because I really love yarn. It makes me happy. And I don't know. There's a whole thing happening, and this could be JOANN's. I went to 2 JOANN stores nowhere near my house. The reason I did is because one of you posted in the comments that you found Posh yarn in Virginia Beach. I don't live anywhere near Virginia Beach. It is 3 hours for me to get to Virginia Beach. And she told me that and I was very happy for her. I was very excited. I was a little bit jealous, but I was very happy for her that she found yarn and she found the Posh yarn, because the Posh is elusive. It's sold out everywhere when JOANN's first went into liquidation. And I just discovered Posh like 2.5, 3 weeks ago because I made a dinosaur that is Day-Glo orange. And I really liked the Posh yarn and I could see why everybody was like, oh, the Posh is so amazing for amigurumi. I really liked it too. And I just wanted a little bit more. I've made a dinosaur and a little chickie. This is not the chickie out of the Posh yarn. I really liked it. And so Wednesday you saw I found some yellow and some brown at my local store, but I've been told that they're not getting any more trucks and that they're done. And I kind of wanted to see if I could score some more colors. So I was on just the lookout. And I had no intention of driving all the way to Virginia Beach or asking my husband to drive me to Virginia Beach, because he hasn't been wanting to do a whole lot lately. He hasn't been feeling good. He's got things going on. And my son is not really generally down for long trips like that. He doesn't like being in the car for very long. So my husband just out of the blue from the bathroom, mind you, yells out to me, hey, you want to go to Virginia Beach this weekend? I was like, why? And he's all, well, you said that lady found the Posh yarn you wanted. I was like, yeah, I would love to go to Virginia Beach, because it wasn't my idea, so I didn't feel like I was burdening him. It's a 3-hour drive there and then 3 hours back to buy yarn. But I told the story in Monday's video that him and I very often throughout our entire relationship have gone on adventures, is what we call them. That's what I call them. We would go on a drive with no purpose or no destination, just for the heck of it. And we used to do it a lot more in our younger years. And not as often anymore, but we still occasionally would just go on an adventure for no purpose. Just no reason, just go. Just to go see, just to do, just to be in the car listening to music and spending time together and all that good stuff. I was absolutely down for a trip. I really just needed to get out of the house. Little man needed to get out of the house. He wanted to get out of the house. And the 3 of us had such a good day together adventuring. We drove to Virginia Beach and we hit the Virginia Beach store. I found some yarn. I was reasonable there. I only spent $50 there and I got a whole bag full of goodies. And then I was like, can we go to the Norfolk store? He's like, yeah, it's on the way. And then he typed in JOANN and the next closest one popped up, but he didn't realize it wasn't the Norfolk location. It was Chesapeake. He's all, it's on the way home. It's fine, you know. I wanted to go dip my toes in the ocean, but he was not keen on that. And so we didn't actually go to the ocean. But I got to drive past the ocean and look at the ocean. I got to see cruise ships and like we got to see the military ships out there and like all of the cool stuff. Didn't dip my toes in, so I really think a trip to the beach for the purpose of being at the beach is definitely due. Definitely due. And my daughter's always down for a trip to the beach, so. Now, the next store that I told him to go to was Chesapeake. We went to Chesapeake, and I think it was really just meant to be. It was kismet, because that store was filled to the rim with so much yarn. There was yarn everywhere. And we are going to go shopping at Chesapeake right now. And I'm going to give you a full tour of the yarn department. Hello, cinnamon buns. We are in JOANN's in Chesapeake, Virginia. I'm going to try to turn around in this really small aisle. We hit the jackpot of yarn. So I'm going to flip you guys around. I'm going to still talk to you. That is cool, bud. Let's go widescreen. All yarn. Like I said, I'm in Chesapeake. I've already been to Virginia Beach. All yarn is 50% off. They are loaded to the gills. This is a lot of blanket thick, and big twist value in a lot of colors. I'm going to try to walk slow. As you can see, my shopping cart is already full. That's yarn. That's yarn. Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. They have some skein tones here. We got a small display here. Mostly big twist acrylic and Bernat blanket. This wall, mostly Bernat blanket, Bernat velvet, and big twist value. This has, that's Karen ombre, Bernat blanket. This has nothing. But don't be dismayed. This yarn has more blanket yarn. And this is a brand new yarn. Brand new. Spoiler alert, I grabbed some of that. I'm gonna back it up. I'm gonna try to avoid filming any people.
What? This is not.
They have mandala cakes down here. Color on my halo. More Bernat blanket. Love that. This is the color Lake House, I think. I really like this. You know what? I'm gonna grab that because I really like that for more masculine things. Yeah, and you can probably hear my husband coughing in the distance. They do have a variety of KC Essential, KC, the wool blend, the merino blend. They have a bunch of the Draper James, which in case you don't know is Reese Witherspoon's yarn. They have a cotton, which doesn't feel real great. They also have cozy wool, which feels very, very weirdly stretchy. Classic cotton cozy wool. The Wool Bulls yarn is still like $6 a ball, so that's a no-go. Oh, I have that color Posh, bud. I found the Posh jackpot. They have gray. They have teal. They have the orange. So yeah, I stocked up on the Posh. I'm trying to avoid filming people. So yeah, there's lots. We're gonna back it up. They also have the new Colorama, whatever that lacy one is that everybody was going gaga over. I don't like the way it feels, so that's a no-go for me. Here's another aisle. They do in fact have the Twinkle. Lots and lots of Karen Jumbos. Lots of fluorescents. That's the plush. They have lots of Juicy Couture, but it's randomly throughout the store. So much blanket yarn. Some more twinkle. You guys remember when I couldn't find sparkle yellow? Yep. It's really, really hot in here. They have Hush in several colors. Looks like heathered. Yep. They also have K&C Essential Wool. I can't tell. Let's see. Essential Wool, they got it in red, black, and gray, which would be gorgeous in a project together. Those were my high school colors. I thought about buying some frosting, but I really don't need more blanket yarn. As it is, I don't know how many would I have, and I just bought more. This is plush, not to be confused with the posh. I have that color. Thank you for finding me some, though. They have a bunch of the Woobles. I actually bought 2 because they're 50% off now. Because Kayla said so. I'm going to blame Kayla. Shout out to Kayla. I'm skipping 2 aisles because there's people. This back area has yarn all down here. Woolies. What do you want to buy that table for? More Juicy Couture. Colors. I have this. Juicy Couture Sparkle. If that was a prettier color, I would buy some of that. I don't like that color. I'm going to pause and turn around. Alright. We're back in this direction. Coughing husband. There he is. He's hiding. Alright, so we have this aisle and that aisle, which is a lot of the same. You can't see what that is. Peyton's Croy. Ice cream. Blanket yarn acrylic. Blanket yarn acrylic. Blanket yarn acrylic. As far as the eye can see. Lots and lots and lots of colors. You know I didn't see? Because it's behind me. This stuff. The twist and locks are 50% off. I seen somebody buying a bunch of these on the internet. She crocheted right to them. But do I need them? No, because I don't know what they do. I'm sure somebody's going to tell. Ooh, I found marshmallow. I don't need any more of this, though. That stuff's real nice, though.
They sell shopping carts.
They do sell shopping carts. They are $30 at the Virginia Beach store. Alright, this is the last aisle. Mandala. Karen Ombres. Let's see. Just everything you can imagine. Lollipops in 5-pack bags. And even though everything is in a bag, it is priced per skein, and they keep reminding you, even at the register. I'm like, I know. I'm not trying to pull nothing. I know. Lots of living yarn in solids. And I will have yet another yarn haul for you because I can't help myself. And I feel like this is the color I just bought from Hirschner's at full price. No, this is woodland tweed. It's not quite. I think the other one was slightly different for my poncho blanket. Right. More twinkle. That's more of the twinkle. Alright guys, I think we have visited every aisle. And the store is still not incredibly full. Yeah, we did because I showed you this one specifically. So, we're going to go home. I am going to give you a full yarn haul. I have 2 stores worth of yarn. Oh, but this one is pretty. Do I need this one? Yes, I do. I'm being ridiculous, I realize that, but I'm actually having a really fun day with my family and I kind of needed it, so that's my excuse. I don't need an excuse. I love yarn. In case you're new here, no surprise there. Like I said, this is Chesapeake, Virginia. The store in Virginia Beach on Hilltop. Also, ton of yarn. This is the color I just bought. This is the one. Sandy tweed. That is the color of Poncho. And I just paid $12.99, whereas here it's half off, so it would be buy one get one free. I'm gonna buy it so that I have enough to make myself a stuffy. And with that, let's go home. That's pretty amazing, right? It's pretty amazing. I really enjoyed shopping in the store. Now, the whole time we were out, now when we were driving, little man was on his tablet and doing computer type things because that's what keeps him occupied. It's what keeps him happy and calm. And so I will very gladly let him do that while we're in the car. We also saw about, I don't know, 8 Corvettes on the side of the highway driving. One of them broke down and there was like a cavalcade of Corvettes. So and from all years, they all pulled over to the side of the road to assist one Corvette, which was kind of weird and cool. And little man likes vroom vroom cars, so he was very excited to see that. So I'm going to show you what I purchased at JOANN's. Oh, I should say this also. While we were in the store, both of my guys, both of them, were going from yarn box to yarn box to yarn box, searching out the posh for me. Mr. Cinnamon found a couple like here and there, and I was like, well, I already have the yellow, I didn't need the yellow, but like he found it, which is cool because he found it. And little man is going through and he's twisting all the yarns with the white labels because that was a big twist to see which one said posh. And he was like my little helper, and he was like on a scavenger hunt, and he had fun. He almost talked me into buying him a shopping cart because the shopping carts in Virginia Beach were only $30 for the pushing shopping carts. He wanted one. I was like, it's only $30. Like, that's a really good price. Where are we going to put it? What am I going to do with a shopping cart? What am I actually going to do with a shopping cart? And he's a almost 11-year-old boy. What is he going to do with a shopping cart? Because that is a recipe for disaster. And if you watch the little short video I put up on Saturday, he let me know in the back seat exactly what he was going to do with it. I was like, are you going to ride it? Because we have the neighbor across the street with a really big driveway that's steep. Has a steep driveway, and he rides his bike down it and a scooter and all kinds of things. I was like, no, because what I can see you doing is getting in the cart and on the top of their driveway and sliding down, and we already know where that's going, right? And he's all, no, that's dangerous. And I was like, so riding your bike down his driveway is dangerous. Like, there's lots of things you do that's dangerous, you know? And I said, or you're going to put Poncho in there. And his whole face lit up. And I knew immediately he thought that was the best idea I ever had, that he was going to put Poncho in the shopping cart and roll it around the house. And she would hate it. And yeah. So, there was a small part of me that wanted to buy the shopping cart, though. There was a big part of me that wanted to buy the shopping cart. And I actually woke up last night because I'm filming this Sunday. So we actually went to these stores yesterday. I woke up in the middle of the night just absolutely sick to my stomach that I didn't buy the brown paper amigurumi kit. Because what you will see is I bought 2 packs of Woobles in Chesapeake. They were $19.99, which is half price of what they normally are, which is crazy. I still think $19.99 is kind of expensive for those, but that was much more reasonable than $40 price tags that's normally on the Woobles. But those kits that me and Mr. Cinnamon were looking at, I think it's in the video, they had a doll that was knit, they had a dog and a cat, and like they were cute kits, and it had the sketchies, I think, yarn in it. And they were only $14.99. And I'm like, why? I literally woke up in the middle of the night. Why didn't you buy one of those? That's so stupid. And I started to feel sick to my stomach with regret that I didn't buy it, which is so stupid. But this is how my brain functions. I was up for 2 hours after that because I couldn't go back to sleep because I made myself upset. I literally woke myself up to stress out that I didn't buy that one kit of the dog, which I wasn't that interested in the store, which is why I didn't buy it. Insane. So let's get down to what I actually bought. This is from the Virginia Beach store. Okay, so it's on my chair back here. I'm just going to be reaching back and grabbing stuff. I bought 5, and I know these yarns are not the nicest feelings, but these are the Lollipop Twisties. They are not good for a whole lot of things. They're not. But these colors are beautiful. And I actually took some of this yarn and I unspun it and I split it in half so it was a thinner weight yarn in this exact colorway. And it was beautiful, and it was my favorite yarn being split. So I was like, if at some point I decide that I'm going to untwist this yarn again, I have plenty to work with. I have a spinning wheel that I can unspin it on. So you just take some of the twist out on the spinning wheel, and then from there I can put it on 2 separate bobbins and split it off of the big bobbin, or I could cake it up. It's a lot of work. I don't know if the work is going to be worth it, but I really love this colorway, the Lollipop Twisty, because of the colors. This is all the same colorway. This is all the same colorway. This is all Club Lights. All the same colorway. So I bought 5 of these, and where's my purse? I have my receipts because the prices that all the yarn is now at 50% off is on par to the Yarnormous sale prices. The big Yarnormous sales that they would do for like Black Friday or whenever they did the Yarnormous sale. Where's my other receipt? That's not it. Really? Did I lose it? I had them both yesterday. And there's not a whole lot in here, so it's not like it could be just... Alright, so I have one. And this is the Chesapeake, Virginia one. Alright, it'll be fine. It'll be fine without it. Alright, so whatever. I think these were like $3 a ball. $3.34 at the very most. And so I bought 5. So this whole pack was $15, which is not a bad price. And at the very least, if I don't decide that I'm going to untwist any of this, this is going to turn into a bag. Very similar to the tutorial we did last week. And it will make a good bag yarn. So, I have no regrets in buying this colorway. I'm just going to move stuff from one side to the other. And then, I found the elusive Posh yarn. So this is the color Glow... It says glow warm, not glow worm, glow warm, like W-A-R-M. I don't know. And it should be glow worm because it looks awful on camera. This is glow worm green. I don't know why it's looking so yucky on camera. They repeat to you over and over again, and you saw this in the video, that this yarn is sold by the bag, not by the bag, but per skein, even though they put it in the bag on the shelves. I was like, yeah, I'm fully aware. It looks real gross. It looks pea green on my camera. It is That's a little better. It's glowworm green. So I think I got 4 of these. I got 4 of these. Because I wanted to make sure I had Posh to last me until I am so sick of amigurumis I don't want to make them anymore. But I got 4 of the green. And if you recall in Wednesday's videos, I got 4 of the yellow and 2 of the brown. When I see that they have this, I'm trying to grab it in 4s because one of these will make a dinosaur. So green, I can make 4 dinosaurs and have leftovers to make probably 4 chickies. So that's why I grabbed 4. And then this is the Big Twist plush yarn, which is not my favorite yarn for amigurumis. It is what I used for all of the eggs, and I don't think I made any dinosaurs out of it. It's not soft and it kind of hurts my fingers a little bit, but it is a big fat yarn that works up into something really, really fast. So, and I'm trying to think, did I make any chickies out of this? I don't think I have. So, this color I got because it is neons. In case you don't know, my favorite colors are rainbow and neons. This is the colorway Neon Rainbow Variegated. They're both the same color. Lots of beautiful fun colors. There is a beautiful blue color, fluorescent yellow, pink, and orange. And the yellow glows. I know you guys can't see that, but it does in fact. The yellow is absolutely fluorescent. See? Isn't that cool? I love my black light. So that is what I ordered, or I bought from, I also got these. I'm going to tell you why. These were like $1.99. They say JOANNS on them. They're gift card holders. But what I'm using them for is I'm taking the gift card insert out. And I'm putting my notions. Those scissors don't fit. Let's see. I know that I have small enough scissors. Those are not. Anyway, I know that I have small enough scissors to fit in here, but that's my tape measure. Stitch markers can go in here. You fit all kinds of cool stuff in here. So this is going to be for notions. And they say JOANNS on them, so I bought them. Because I thought, what a cool thing to buy. This is my cool little JOANNS souvenir thing. Now this one obviously is for sewing. So I could put like my little travel sewing kit in here. I'm not gonna. It's gonna be a notions kit for my crochet, but these were like a souvenir. And nobody was buying them. So if you see these and you're at JOANNS, they make wonderful notions kits. Just take the little insert out. Scissors fit in here. If I had stitch markers at the ready, I can't even get in my drawer because my drawer is closed. It's actually mints. I use a lot of the mint tins for this kind of stuff. See, I have my heads to my crochet hooks in one. Hollywood Studios. Stitch markers. So that's what I'm using these tins for. And I've been carrying around a lot of weird random stuff in a big bucket. So now I need to get back to using these. And I'm really happy that I got those. So that's what I got in Virginia Beach. Not a lot. It was like 50 bucks. And then Chesapeake is where I got into trouble. I actually got up to the cash register and I went to pay and the lady's all, your credit card only paid for part of that. And I was like, hang on, I didn't move enough money over. And so I had to log into my bank while I'm standing at the register. She just laughed. I had to move over enough money to finish the transaction because the woobles. The woobles took me over the edge. They took me over the edge. And I purchased this. And yes, they gave me a garbage bag. I had so much fun in Chesapeake though. I was walking around with my son because Mr. Cinnamon was walking around on his own adventure looking for stuff to look at. And he was also helping me look for the Posh yarn down other aisles. And then I went back and filmed everything. So I spent quite a bit of time. I'm just going to rip this bag because I can't untie it. Now, I don't remember what I said in the video that you already saw, but we're going to go through and I'm going to retell the stories. This bag feels gross and powdery. Not only did we find Posh here, we found it in 3 different colors, and I found a yarn that was suggested to me recently from one of you who said, hey, have you seen this new yarn from Bernat? And I was like, no. And then I went and looked at it. I was like, that's really pretty. But it was expensive. Okay. And so I found that at this JOANN's. This JOANN's had, and I showed you kind of the video, they had Hush, which I have not seen in stores in a while. They had a bunch of the K&C yarns, including the K&C wool one, the little balls, and they had really pretty colors. Not only did they have the red and the black, which I showed in the video, but they also had purple down one of the aisles, and they had quite a bit. They had some of the marshmallow, which I have over here in a bag. I found some colors of the big twist that I haven't seen in store for a while. So the Chesapeake store had a lot of yarn that I just haven't seen at all in stores in a while. And so I was really excited about that. All the yarn at the visit I went to was 50% off, but I have heard rumors that the percentage is going to go up every week, and I don't know if that's true or not. I have heard that. So maybe by the time you see this video, it'll be at 60% off, which would be fantastic. I'm also going to tell you, all the stores that I have been visiting lately have been empty. My local Cosner's Corners JOANN's, every time I go there or go near there or go by there, there's no one in the store. Like empty of people. Filled with yarn. Filled with yarn. And when Bernat blanket yarn is usually $11.99, $12.99, and it's like 5 something, if you like Bernat blanket yarn, now is the time to stock up. Because it's really good prices. And they have all kinds of colorways, not just discontinued colorways. And if there is a yarn that you have used in the past that you really would like to have some more of that, this is the color Lake House of the Big Twist Value. I made a beautiful knit hat out of this. And I really love the colorway. So when I saw it, I grabbed it. And yeah, I could have bought 1 or 2. And I could have taken it out of the bag, but at least in the bag, it can go on the shelf for as long as it needs to be on the shelf and not get dusty and dirty. And I do have a whole, one of the Facebook group was like, you're going to regret that when you have to pack it all up to move it. But what you guys don't know is I use a lot of yarn. I have an entire empty shelf over there that I put a basket in. And the basket doesn't belong on the shelf, but the shelf was empty and I didn't like the way that looked. I'm going to pull the basket back off the shelf and fill it with all this yarn. It will all fit. It's a big, deep shelf. So I have more than enough room to put this stuff away. And yeah, I may regret having to pack this yarn up when we move. I might. But I am also downsizing my entire house of a lot of things. And this is my entire career. So maybe I won't regret it. And I really am really happy with what I purchased. So with that, I got the Lake House, which is a very good either gender neutral or male leaning thing. So this makes beautiful, beautiful knit hats for certain. This colorway I really like, and it's not a normal colorway that I lean towards because it has like autumn colors, and I'm not a big fan of autumn colors, but got that. And then, of course, I was going to grab this one. This is beautiful, bright colors. This is the colorway Arcade Party. And I don't recall if I have any in this color. I don't think that I do, and I think I've only seen this on, I want to say, another yarn channel. I'm not 100% on that. So, really, really like this color. I got those 3. And then, I know that I don't have this colorway, because I've never seen this one in store either, but I've seen this on other people's channels. This is the color Rainbow Wish. And this reminds me of a color of Super Saver that I can't use. And I really like it, but I can't use it because I have a violent allergic reaction to Red Heart Super Saver. Don't know why. And so I really was happy to see this because this looks like a whole crayon box. All right, now I think that is it for the Big Twist value. Yes. All right, and then this purchase right here, I'm gonna blame on Kayla from Llama Mama Kayla, because I had no intention to ever buy one of these Wooble kits. Ever, ever. These retail in store for anywhere from $29.99 to $39.99 for this little packet. And what is in here is the small amount of yarn to make this thing. A pre-started piece. I don't know why they pre-started, but a 4mm crochet hook, a little thing of stuffing, online instructions, step-by-step videos, and a yarn needle. Most of those things I already have, don't need. And there are patterns for stuff like this. And honestly, I can make this without a pattern because it's just a ball. So I think the $40 price tag is insulting to everybody. But Kayla has been talking about these a lot in her videos. And she's been showing them. And I want to do a review on these. I was also gifted one recently that's Frankenstein that I'm so excited about. But I wanted to review the Woobles kits themselves. And I know a lot of other people have reviewed them, but I want to give a Cinnamon Stitches review. Because I don't sugarcoat things. I don't, you know, I ain't a candy man. I don't sugarcoat. I just want to see what they're all about. I really do. So this one says for beginners. Well, they both say for beginners. I don't know what the BT21 stands for that's on there. If anybody knows, can you just let me know? I've just been watching Kayla play with hers, and I'm like, okay, they're kind of cute. And I'm going to give it a try. And worst case scenario, I have 2 kits with 2 different patterns, and I can re-replicate a pineapple and a koala bear with fatter yarn that I might like more. The yarn, the Woobles yarn, is also at JOANN's for 50% off, but the yarn is $12.99 for a small ball, so it's $6.99 or something like that. Half off, it's $6.50 for a small little ball. And I'm like, I don't like the way the yarn feels, so I was like, I just don't like their prices. I think I have seen stuff like this at local yarn shops for 20 bucks. You know what I'm saying? So I paid $20 for these each. And I know even that is hard for me to swallow personally. But I did it for the sake of a video in the future. We're going to do a Woobles review. And yeah. So we got Pina the pineapple and Koya the koala. Although it doesn't say the koala, but that's very clearly a koala. Okay. So we got the 2 Wooble kits. Now, if you guys watched the Hirschner's video yesterday, you will have seen that I bought this yarn from Hirschner's at absolutely full price, $12.99. Which just makes me wish I hadn't ordered from Hirschner's all the more. Okay? Because update on yesterday's video, I did in fact work with the yucky yarn that I didn't like. And it's making my hands itch real bad, so I absolutely cannot use that yarn anymore. And the white yarn from yesterday's video, I held double and recaked so that it's a fat yarn now. And I'm way excited about this So that turned itself around. Those did not. This one did not turn itself around. And this one just made me sad that I paid $12.99 when JOANN's had the same exact colorway. So I bought 2 more because basically 50% off is buy one, get one free. Made me feel better about paying $12.99 at Hirschner's. And I have more to work with for the puppy I want to make my daughter. So this is the Bernat Blanket Tweeds. It's in the same color. It's the Poncho colorway of Sandy Tweed. And it's pretty much the color of Poncho, which is her puppy, which is my grandbaby, which is my favorite little puppy in the whole world. Bentley's my favorite big puppy. And then, of course, we found more of the Posh. Now, been talking a lot about the Posh lately, and what is so great about the Posh? I don't know. I just like it. It works up really good in amigurumis. It doesn't tend to fall apart. I like the structure of the yarn itself, and I enjoyed working with it. So I bought some so that I have some. So when I decide to make more dinosaurs, especially in electric orange, I bought 4 of these. So if you're keeping track, I bought 4 of the slime green colors from Virginia Beach. I got 4 of the official name. Why can I not see that? Mandarin Orange Glow. Does this glow? Yes, that fluoresces. I know you guys can't see that, but it fluoresces. We got 4 in these colors. So I will have my fluorescent dinosaur crew. Although I think I'm going to try to venture out on something other than dinosaurs. I haven't decided what I want to work on yet because I don't want to do anything that involves a lot of sewing. And the dinosaurs are a really simple construction and the chickies are a really simple construction. So, and I pretty much have the dinosaur thing memorized. So we'll see. And then we found it in this gorgeous green color, which is the color Kale. I feel like this should be called Jade. We found it in Kale. So I got 4 of these as well because dinosaurs. I could probably make pickles. Although I don't think this is a real pickly color because it's kind of blue leaning. These are all the Posh yarns. I'm trying to think of what else I could make with this green color. I just really liked it. I really liked that color. I thought it was really pretty. Is definitely like jade, blue, green, teal, something. So, and then I wish I had bought 4 of these, but I was thinking I don't do neutrals. I'm only gonna buy 1 pack of the gray. And then I was talking to my daughter and I was like, oh, I could make an elephant. Because I think an elephant would be very similar to the not the stegosaurus, the Triceratops, except with a trunk. I could make an elephant, big ears, or a rhinoceros. And then I had secretly wished that I had bought 4 of these instead of just 2. Because I would love more than anything to have a rhinoceros and a baby rhinoceros. So these very well may be rhinoceroses because, again, rhinoceros is basically the Triceratops with a different shaped mouth. So I'm really excited about the gray. And the gray is the color Truffle? Truffle. And I really am kicking myself for not getting 4 of those, but. And then the last thing that I purchased, and the Poshes were all $4.99. All of the Big Twist value were $2.24. The Bernat blanket was $5.99. Oh, and then I bought Juju some beads. I bought Juju beads for $1.95 a strand. because they were 70% off. I got her mushroom beads, red beads, and then puka shell beads. And she said she was so grateful that I bought them for her. She was like, thank you, Mom. I was like, listen, I know you're not doing the business anymore. She's not at all running her rainbow bee beads thing because she's got a full-time job and a boyfriend and a lot of life happening. And she kind of felt like she destroyed her love for doing the beads by working it so hard. And I totally relate to that. And I said, this is so when you have the urge to make something with your beads, you can for no other purpose than making yourself something. And she's all, thank you. She was so excited. So I got her a bunch of mushrooms. 1, 2, 3 mushrooms. 2 cat's eyes. 2 seashells. And that's all they really had left. And then the woobles were $19.99. I told you that. And then these, the Sport Ombre Twist, are a new yarn from Bernat. At least I believe they're new. I've never heard of these. One of you guys told me about these, and I went and looked. These are $12 online, and they're really pretty. This is the only colorway that they had. This is the color Sorbet, and it's really, really pretty yarn. So it's Yarn Inspirations Bernat Sport Ombre Twist. It is 100% acrylic. It's 1,011 yards. It's a 3-weight, and it's really, really pretty colors. I have a couple of Karen Skinny Cakes that are in these same colors. It's just not the Twisted Marl color. And there is a blanket on the label with a rainbow of this colorway. But yeah, so I'm excited about that. It's new yarn. I should have popped a hole in here to feel it, but while I can't use Red Heart Super Saver, yeah, this doesn't feel bad at all. It's not ultra soft, but it feels a little dry, but it doesn't feel rough or scratchy. So definitely excited about this. I really like the colors, and I like that at 50% off, it was basically buy one, get one free. So I paid, what did I say? $5.99 a ball for these, regularly 12 bucks. Very, very, very happy. And all of the yarn that I purchased will fit on that shelf that's empty. So I'm actually super excited. I feel like I did really good. I have no intentions of going back to Joann's, but I keep saying that, and I really don't think there's a need to at this point because I already know all of what my local Joann store has. I've pretty much seen, I went through and looked at all the boxes and read the labels. I know what is going to be on the shelves. I know what is happening. I have more than enough amigurumi style yarns to last me for probably the next 5 years. Although I have said one of these balls I could use up in probably 4 or 5 hours, because while they're big giant balls, it's only 233 yards of the Posh, and one of those makes a dinosaur plus a chickie. So it's not like those are gonna last a long time. If I get making dinosaurs every day again like I was, they're gonna be gone in the blink of an eye. But I do have room for them, and that makes me happy. And my battery is dying, so we've been having a whole lot of that lately. 32 minutes and this battery is already dead. These are supposed to last 50 minutes. Hang on. Alright, so like I was saying, actually I don't remember exactly what I was saying. I don't have any intentions of going back to Joann's and purchasing more yarn, because there's nothing left that I just really wanted to have a supply of before they go out. I feel like it really got my fill, and I know that I said this before. I didn't know I didn't know I was gonna fall in love with Posh, and I didn't know they were gonna bring some back out in the last end. And even if it goes 60 or 70% off, do I really need more of the acrylic yarn? No, because I have a lot. Do I need more of the Posh? No. I mean, I wouldn't mind having 2 more of the gray, because now I'm thinking elephants and rhinoceroses. But in the store, I could not think of that, and I'm not driving all the way 3 hours back down to Chesapeake to get the gray. Not doing it. That's stupid. I had an amazing adventure with my family. I really felt like we needed it. We needed the day off. Things have been really crazy and hectic for a really long time in my house, and just busy and stressful at times. And, you know, just there's been a lot of things just happening behind the scenes I don't necessarily talk about on here. And I just felt like more than anything this weekend, me and Mr. Cinnamon specifically just really needed an adventure. And little man was so angelic. Not only this trip, but the Wednesday trip to JOANN's and the trip before that. He hasn't really been asking for anything in the stores except a shopping cart. And he didn't throw a fit when I didn't give him a shopping cart. So that's like huge for him. I really enjoyed the company of my guys, my husband and my son. And we stopped and grabbed burgers while we were out at Smash Burger I think it was in Chesapeake. And I had a burger and a fries, which I haven't had in a while. And it was so good, and it hit the spot, and it just tasted so good. The burger was okay, but the french fries, if you guys don't know, I'm a potato addict. And I don't eat them because of my diabetes, but because I had went all day and had not eaten. And I not only worked out in the morning, but I'd done a lot of walking around in JOANN's, and I was feeling very peckish. Those french fries tasted so extra good. They were so extra good. My body really needed that little extra sugar just to ride out the rest of the day. And I got a little shopping buzz from finding the Posh. It was fun to go hunt through the store to hunt for the Posh and to keep finding it. Like, it was like hidden Easter eggs throughout the store. Like, oh, I found. And they, not only the Chesapeake store had the 3 colors that I bought, but they also had the yellow and the brown butter, which they also had at the Norfolk store. So between Wednesdays and today's videos, I have 6 colors. 6? Yellow, brown butter, glow green, kale green, orange, gray. 6 colors of the Posh now. And the only color, well, there's 2 colors that I really, really would love to get my hands on, but I don't think I have any luck. And that is the hot pink and one of the really pretty, like, blue colors. And I would be totally happy with that, but, like, I'm not going to hunt at any more stores for those. I'm not doing it. I had my adventure. I'm happy. All of my yarn is going to fit on that shelf. I already know it because I'm looking. There's plenty of room for all that. And I just had a good time. I really enjoyed myself. I enjoyed my family. And I'm so happy with what I scored. And the prices are much lower and much more reasonable. And I spent at Chesapeake. Mr. Cinnamon was actually like, oh, that was the sound he made. He's all, have you ever spent that much at a store? I'm like, bro, I've spent more than that. Where you been? It was $156 total. But what really sent me over was the Wooble kits, because it was $40 for those 2 Wooble kits, which is basically buy one, get one free, which has been my justification with all some of these. It was all buy one, get one free, okay? Because 50% off is the same as buy one, get one free, which is just good to me, because look at how much I got free. So you figure, look, there's 9 here. Half of those were free. Buy one, get one free. That's why they're in packs of 2. I just had a yarn avalanche. So yeah. And some of that was I bought beads for my daughter. But we had a really good time. We had a really good time. And Smash Burger, if you don't know, has gluten-free buns and gluten-free french fries. So, and the french fries I got were Nashville hot fries. Whew, they were so good. I have discovered recently Nashville hot seasoning. I got some at one of the stores. I don't remember if I got it at Trader Joe's, Aldi, or Ollie's. But I got a big jar of Nashville hot seasoning. I made chicken in the oven the other day, and it was just skinless thighs. And I seasoned it with the Nashville hot seasoning. And I was like, that. And I don't do the oil thing. I just sprinkle the seasoning on there because I don't want the extra oil. And so I was like, this chicken tastes really good. Like, I like it. I generally use on my chicken specifically the oven chicken. I have seasonings from Aldi that I really like. The kicked up chicken is my favorite, or sometimes I'll do garlic and herb, or sometimes I'll mix the two. But the Nashville hot was really good, so I really like that. And then Mr. Cinnamon accidentally bought maple sausage patties from Aldi's, and I tend to do only protein for breakfast. So sausage patties or eggs, or I sometimes will have an avocado with it. Or sometimes I'll have bacon or a slice of ham or something like meat-based breakfast. Okay? Just because I'm a diabetic, I'm trying to do as low carb as I can. I need the proteins, etc. And the maple sausages are gross. I don't like them. And I like some maple sausages, but the ones from Aldi, the brown and serve patties, they're not good. I don't like them. And I threw them in the pan and I was like, oh, they smell bad. Like, they just smell so sweet. And so I looked over and that Nashville hot seasoning is on my side of my stove, and I was like, I wonder if that would be good on my sausage patties. So I gave them a liberal seasoning of the spiciness, you know. And then when I ate it, it gave the impression that I was eating chicken and waffles. You know, the maple syrup with the spicy chicken, and it was really good. And I know a lot of you were like, you seasoned your breakfast sausage? Yes, season it. Put some pepper on there, put some cayenne on there, spice it up. Nashville hot seasoning is delicious on maple sausage. So with that, I'm going to let you guys go. Next week, we're not going to have any yarn. We might have yarn porn. I placed an order. I actually placed 2 orders with Premier Yarn. So whether or not those come this week or not. Oh, and we are going to have yarn next week. I ordered the new tie-dyed yarn from Premier. I didn't order a whole lot. I ordered a couple different colors because I really like the way that looks in the little cheekies. A lot. And I also ordered in a separate order some minikins so I can finish my giant snake. So that's coming next week. Or probably it already came from the time. I'm forgetting this video is not airing till Friday, and I'm recording this on Sunday. Also, I have yarn in my P.O. box right now from a local yarn dyer. She asked if I would give her company a review, and because her yarn is Disney themed, I jumped on it. I was like, absolutely, send me some. Like, let's do this. She is in, I believe, Oceanside, California. So I'm gonna give a full review of her website, of her. She hasn't told me a whole lot about herself, so I'm going to do a little bit of digging, some research, and figure that out. And we're going to have a review on her. It's actually her and her husband. And I'm actually really excited because it's Disney-themed colorways. And if you don't know, I am an absolute Disney addict. I love all things Disney. And what you can't see behind you is artwork from Disney, and a Figment, and Stitch, and another Stitch, and there is Disney surrounding me, and there's a Stitch right there. Yeah, I love Disney. So I was actually really excited that she contacted me. She told me that one of you guys sent her to me and told her about me. So I was really excited to work with her. So that will be a yarn review, and maybe we will come up with some sort of design to make with her yarn project, or a project to make with her yarn. I don't know exactly what she's sending me. I wanted it to be a surprise. I just told her I really like bright colors. And yeah, so that will also be coming up next week. So there will still be yarn next week, but hopefully we can do another, maybe a crochet along type thing where I show you how to make something else, or I don't know. We'll see. Until then, I hope you have a fantastic, beautiful weekend. And what I'm going to do is I am going to upload my last video today on Sunday, and I'm going to take all of this last week that has already passed us, and I'm just going to do stuff for myself. I'm going to spend time with my kid or my kids. I am going to rest. I'm going to crochet whatever my heart desires. I'm not even going to touch these Wooble kits until next week. And yeah, I'm really proud of what I was able to accomplish this week. I got a lot done in the past 5 days. And by the time you're seeing this, like it was 5 days ago, but still I feel like I really accomplished a lot and I'm feeling good and, you know, I'm feeling proud of myself. And I'm really, really happy being surrounded by all this beautiful yarn. And I know I'm going to get at least one comment, probably a couple like, you're not supposed to be buying yarn, you're supposed to be moving. You're not going to want to move all that yarn. I already got that comment. Like, why are you buying so much yarn? You don't need that. You're never going to be able to use it. Yes, I am. This is my job, people. And I'm tired of feeling like I have to explain that. And I know that I come on here and ask for it because I show you everything I buy. And it's natural to judge other people, but just be nice. I really am happy. I really enjoyed this. And I really like making the amigurumis. And I really like the posh yarn, so, and I had a really good time with my husband. And we both needed that desperately. So with that, I'm going to let you guys go. And I will see you bright and early on Monday morning with all of the fantastic things that I was able to create this week. Bye, guys.